Okay, for the ribs, you're going to get your half 200 pan. You're going to place your pineapple juice in there. Then you're going to get cheesecloth with pickling spice, and you're going to wrap it up in butcher's twine. So just make a sachet. So you're just going to go ahead and tie that up. Very important that you put it in a sachet to keep it contained. This will give it all the flavor that you need. Place it right into your pan. Okay, the next thing is you're going to get your ribs into this pan. The first thing you want to do is you want to take off what they call the silver skin. So you could peel off the skin with your knife, and you might need a towel to take it off, but what you're doing is you're taking off the skin, the back side of the skin, and as you can see I'm taking that off. It should come right off easily. And this is what you don't want. This is really tough. So you want to really take this off. Otherwise you're going to get a little chewiness out of your ribs. This is by the way, a St. Louis pork rib. Okay, it's not as tender as a baby back, but it has a lot more meat on it. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut it right in the middle, along the bone, just like that. And you're going to place it meat side down. Okay, just like that. Meat side down. You're going to cover it with foil, place it in a 350-degree oven and cook it for an hour and a half until it's completely braised. Place foil on top and then again place in the oven 350 for an hour and a half. For the barbecue sauce, you're going to get an onion, about a quarter of an onion, smash it down and mince it really fine. You really want it nice and minced. You don't really want to bite into any of the onion. You want it to be kind of real small, so it just gets that flavor in there. So even if you have to just kind of chop, just make sure you get it nice and minced. Just like that. And you're going to put it in your oil, just like that. And then just kind of get that cooking. And while you're doing that, go ahead and chop your garlic, or you're roughly going to use 2 teaspoons or 1 large clove. Don't let your onions burn. All you're really wanting to do is sweat a little bit. Once you got that going, add your chili powder. And it's very important that you add this in. What that does is it kind of cooks off the rawness of that chili. Okay? And then you can lower your flame a little bit. You want to get that chili started to cook, lower your flame. Get your onion or your garlic nicely minced. Add that in and sweat it out slightly. And then in this, basically I have all the liquid ingredients for the barbecue sauce. So what I have here is a black pepper, salt, ketchup, mustard, apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, steak sauce, molasses, honey, hot sauce, brown sugar, and then liquid smoke. You're going to add that in. Just like that. And you want to simmer it roughly anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. A low simmer. Let all those flavors marry together. Get it stirred in. And you let that simmer. If you should have lots of chunks of onion, then you could put it on the immersion blender. So this is going to be made on day 1, and then this is going to be a 2-day lab. So your ribs obviously are going to take the whole hour and a half, and then on the next day you'll reheat the barbecue sauce, reheat your ribs, and then make your beans and reheat your corn. So let that go at a low simmer for roughly 10 to 20 minutes. Watch over it very carefully too, you don't want it to burn. For the baked beans, you want to go ahead and get your onion, dice it up, like so, just like this. If you want a little more, you can add a little more. Set that aside, and you're going to get your bacon, 2 strips, roll it up, get your flame on, and then just cut it any size you want. Just make sure you at least dice it if you want large chunks, or if you want real fine chunks. Be careful when you cook it. It cooks very fast. So remember, it cooks in its own oil or its own fat, so it could burn on you very quickly, so watch over it very closely. Okay, after it's cooked, you can either, if you'd like, you can drain out the excess fat. You're going to add your onion, but the onion will absorb a lot of the fat. Also, you'll get a more bacon flavor to it. So just all you're doing here is sweating out your onion. Sweat them out so they're a little bit translucent. Low and slow. Let that go for a bit. Once you've done that, then you're going to add your beans. And a half a cup of the barbecue sauce. The remaining barbecue sauce is going to be used for the ribs. And then just let that simmer. Let it simmer for anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes or so. And that is your baked beans with bacon. Okay, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Notice the bone sticking out. That's a good indicator that it's cooked all the way through and it's braised. Okay, so roughly about 1 inch of bone showing tells me that the ribs are cooked and braised. Okay, once they're done, you're gonna on the following day you're gonna go ahead and place them in the steamer for 10 minutes, and then once they come out, you can cut them in half. The steamer's just going to reheat them, and then you're going to place them into the oven so then you can bake the sauce right on top of it. Okay, so you want to dip that sauce, dip it into the sauce, like so. Get a nice good coating on there. Then you're going to place them on a half sheet pan lined with foil so that you don't have such a big mess. just like this. This is the best way to do it. And then you're going to place them into your 350-degree oven and bake them for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes so that they're baked on really good. Just like that. Okay, you're also going to boil or steam your corn. If you boil it, just put it in a pot of water and boil it till completely hot. And then serve with butter. Okay, for the plate presentation, you're going to put on buttered corn. You've got your ribs, which have just come out of the oven. And your baked beans with the bacon and the barbecue sauce that you made from scratch. And there you go. Barbecue ribs with baked beans and corn on the cob.